having a coffee anyway.
Are we done testing, sound testing? Can we start rolling the tape now?
Yep.
All right.
Yep, we can start. It's morning, so good morning.
Let's do another low budget, one cut.
Everything we do is low budget.
No, not this.
No, I mean videos.
Yeah, promotion stuff. I'm not spending money on promotions.
No, you shouldn't. We don't spend money on that stuff.
And this guy, this guy complained about I don't have a remote for the camera, so I got to go over there and start rolling. I said, I'm not going to spend money on the extra remote.
You don't even know how much it is.
I don't care.
That's Walt from Chicago.
Okay,
Mike from Absolute Sound.
I'm just lazy. I would spend whatever it is as long as it's not more than $15.
That's 15 too much.
Coffee good.
So, why are you holding that thing?
It's one of our models that we've had for like 3 years.
That's the reason? That's the reason you're holding it?
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm holding it so people can see some of your stuff. And now we've got this model. It's 3 years, and we wanted to talk this morning about, like cars and audio and everything else. Every year there's year models. There's year models.
I'm going to put your mic here.
From
you
the
talk
beginning to the end.
You are not waking up yet.
No, I'm still having coffee.
Well, okay, fine. So I'm maybe
We got, they have year models, right? Cars. Every year they come out with a new model.
So it's audio.
Exactly.
How many times they change model in audio? Every year.
Pretty much every year.
New CS and whatever show they have.
Some of the Japanese companies every 2 or 3 in a section, but they change the model numbers. Same box, same thing inside, just different on the front as far as the model number goes. They might have rearranged the lights.
That's worse than I thought.
Add a feature.
Oh, that's okay. They change a little bit.
Add a feature.
Old stuff, new box.
Old stuff, new box, which they've been doing since the 50s.
So they have been done like 70 times already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they got the promotion and stuff, and you don't change models so much, and people probably wonder why, and there's really no reason to, is the reason.
Yeah.
When something's very good, you leave it alone and try to, I guess, improve it slowly. Let the industry, your feedback, your designs, your years of experience, mold it.
I'm going to say that, like, if I do something, if the design is good enough and don't have any big enough advantage to improve, there's no point to improve something. You kind of go sideways instead of like upward.
Yeah, I agree.
So this either have to be material improved enough, or there's a new design way to improve enough. So that's why I don't make new design. And there are times I would have occasions or opportunity for me to design something for another specific speaker per se, or custom requirement, and that's an opportunity I can actually make a new design.
That makes sense. It just makes sense.
Well, so what you're saying is that you only make something new when it's worth it. I mean, just because it's the year end and next year is around the corner, that doesn't mean it's time for a new model. You do new models when they make sense.
How come his actors say things make more sense than you and I do?
Sometimes.
Not always.
Happen.
Yeah.
He makes a good point, though. If there's no innovation that's going to improve performance or reliability or whatever your goal is, what's the point of changing it?
No point.
I mean, if it works, don't fix it.
Except marketing, and they got to go to trade show every year and saying like, all new this, all new that.
Well, that's because they have to move boxes. We don't need to move boxes.
Well, we do need to move boxes to make a living, and we got to go to satellite at breakfast.
Yeah, but you don't come in with a sales manager and a bunch of reps that say, in order to make your quota and keep your job, this is how many you have to sell.
We don't have that department.
Well, that's right. You don't have that
old school
department.
business plan. This is done out of passion and pursuit of music, not out of drive. We never make any decisions based on money. We never have. We're already at the twilights of our careers with a ton of experience, 40 plus years each. When you go through that, you decide it's more fun to do it right than it is to do it for dollars. We've done all our things for dollars through the lives, broken all our eggs. And now you've got this equipment is not like industry equipment and never will be because it's singularly handmade by you. No employees, no nothing. It's made one way, as perfect as one person can make it. And you are, in my 47 years of seeing, by far the best solderer, safest arrangement most logical in design that is around. And if one person does that, music flows. It's not static.
Well, everything inside there is done that way for a reason.
That's right. It's all done
everything. The placement of the wires, the material that's being used, everything.
Yeah, electrical current isn't musical. It's not an instrument. People understand. They look at gear that's for audio with a volume control, and they think it's a musical piece. Nothing in your wall, your electric power, wants to play music. All we're doing is putting signal into the back of here and staging it up and up and up and up. We follow the original signal coming in, and we use electrical energy to make it larger, so eventually it can push a speaker in air. Each of these stages slowly brings things up, and it's so easy in movement to make any mistake. And each connection can make a mistake, and there's, in this one, hundreds, and in standard gear, thousands. When this goes through doing it, if you do it point by point like this is, lead solder, hand soldered, taking your time to be perfect, taking your time to move each wire into position, to have it sound good, that's a lifetime of experience that goes in these things, and it matters. No company with a business plan for money is ever going to even attempt to achieve what's achieved here. It'll never happen, and that's okay. We're just lucky that it does, and that we met each other at a twilight where we both had the time, we both had the same inclination, we both had the ethics and motive to do something right and as perfect as we can with our experience. There's no one great design. When you win one in electronics, you lose one. So there's not going to be a design that's ultimately perfect, but this philosophy that AG does, that you do, is based on very perfect contacting, an abundance of electrons or metal, allowing things to flow like water. It's not water, I know, but for lack of a better purpose, you're not inhibiting any of the motion of the music or any of the density filling in the tune or how long something will linger, because you've got thousands of times more energy than an industry product does. That overcomes and fills in a lot of holes in music when these things play. And nothing with a brand name on it can do that. That's got buildings and lawyers and employees. So,
and the
changing
mindset.
a model, the mindset is completely different. So to change a model each year would be automatically you're doing yourself damage. You can only get so good with a race car if you played with it for 1 year. And then you had to make a new one.
Well, and the race car analogy, I think, makes sense, because if you have a winning race car, why would you change it?
Yeah, and they don't. They just improve what
That's
they've
right.
got. They
They
keep
take what they
shaping
have
it,
and- yes.
shaping it, and evolving.
Right.
And that's exactly what has happened here. And anybody that's of good ethics and a sound plan of achievement, or is going to innovate, is going to think and see things that other people haven't thought of, try things other people haven't thought of. Inside here, there are hundreds of things that no one has thought of.
Well, and I just thought of something, too, that is actually something unique about this product as well. I've been coming to Mike's store now on a pretty regular basis for the past couple of years, and I've had the chance to watch Mike talk to his customers. And one thing that I've never heard him say about any of this gear is it's breakthrough technology. There's nothing particularly breakthrough about this. I would say, as Mike has said many times, it's more like it's built properly. It's everything done right, everything to encourage the flow of the music.
That's right. Get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Breakthrough
I
technology.
think the first innovation, when was the diode invented?
I have no idea. Probably
Something like 1700s, 1500s?
Dial.
A diode. Probably
real diode?
1700s,
Yeah.
1800s. That was the only breakthrough that we needed. A simple circuit.
Yep.
Once that was done, everything else
Not
is
much.
the same.
Not much
They're all
innovation.
the
It's like you
same
can't
things.
have innovation every month and every years.
I used to love that Paul Klips used to go to the electronics show in the 80s when I was training, early 80s. I'd go over and get my little badge that said bullshit on it. And it was because he would say, oh, there's a new innovation. He'd read a magazine and go, bullshit.
You see, twice.
Oh, I said,
I got to
bullshit.
put that things on YouTube so they will actually say that I'm okay with it.
Oh, because
Then one more step that I gotta say, that might be some of controversy language over there.
I used to meet. I met Paul at the show, so you know what? If it was okay for him, maybe we should be a little less sensitive with it. Just a bull.
Maybe if you have
It's a
one of
bull
those
having
buttons, we can take a picture of it and include it somewhere.
Well, I think it's on his website. They
Okay.
still show it in the history of
Okay.
clips. You can look up
They
Paul
still
clips,
have marketing things that don't buy crap audio or something like that.
which is great. I think it's wonderful, and that's our next video. We'll talk about what the industry and the reps and the shows say to you, and hope you come back for that one. It's going to be good.
And that's why I don't go to trade show anymore. It's too many of those complete bull. Well,
Anyway, that's why we don't make new models. That'd be
there's more reason to make new models.
we'd
Like,
be going backwards, and to reinvent something that's perfect, just keep improving it is far smarter and better for you guys.
And no logic circuit, as little logic circuit as possible, so you can fix it 30 years from now, 50 years from now.
Yeah, there's nothing in here you can't fix
We done?
for this one.
Okay.
See you later.
Turn off the tape. Stop rolling.
Hi there. Sorry, I was making a video. We got several to do today.
That's okay.
Can I help you with?
I'm looking for either